Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are here back in the basement and look, we got a cabinet. And that cabinet there is for the tools. We're gonna be removing the tools from the gang box that I have and putting it in here because if we ever get flooded again, I would like my important tools on top and tools that don't matter too much inside one of these bins on the bottom. So we have, those bins are about like, I don't know, 20 inches tall. So it's off the floor, which you guys just finished seeing me level. Well, not level, I brought it up. It's at 5 inches, 5 inches and a half. So we have about 25 inches. We need 25 inches of water for the tools to get damaged inside of there. But I'm rambling. Let me show you what we're gonna be working on this video. So here is the cabinet. It is giant. I was planning on getting two of these. One was gonna be for tools and one was gonna be for household things, but that all got scrapped. This thing is too big. We're just gonna use it for both things, both tools and home supplies. And on the inside, unfortunately, these things do not come with enough shelves. It only comes with 2 shelves, and I decided that I'm going to put the drawer at the height that it is with a shelf on top to put my Milwaukee charger and tools that I constantly use on this shelf, and I could use that shelf for whatever, and then put tools on top, the very important tools, and then the tools in a plastic bin on the bottom. If you guys remember, right in that back corner, let me see if I can get the camera to focus. You see that hole there? Behind that hole, there is an outlet. We're gonna be cutting that out for an outlet the same way we did in that cabinet. And also, if you guys remember, right behind this wall, well, you'll see when I cut the hole, we have the shut-off valves for this radiator. So we're going to have to cut a hole in the bottom for an access door to access those valves. And as you guys can see, if you guys, the camera can focus, it's just it's so dark back there. But anyway, there is space about 4 inches from the wall to the cabinet. And the reason why I did that is because the radiator gets in the way. So I had to push it out so the door could open at a 90-degree. And I am able to open this drawer, as you guys can see. So we're going to be mounting this in its place, cutting the holes. We're going to be mounting it by screwing it in there and screwing a bit in the bottom, even though we don't have plywood in the bottom. I'll figure that out. We'll look for a way to get that to screw in. So yeah. So first, what we're going to focus on is leveling this cabinet, screwing it into the wall, and then we're gonna start making those holes. So let's get our level out and make this cabinet level. So it's a couple of days later. I put the project on pause because I wanted to put wrap on this side of the cabinet. And the reason for that is because I don't know if I showed it or recorded it, but there were holes here, and I feel it right here. Let me show you on the inside. There were holes on the side. For example, you see a hole here. Okay, some holes here too. Right here, that hole right there, another one here, and it didn't look good. So I decided to go on Amazon and order a piece of wrap. And let me tell you something. It looks really good, especially on camera. But the transition, you could see it a bit right there. You see that line right around there. But there's gonna be a cabinet that goes here, and you're only gonna be able to see maybe about this, maybe this much of the cabinet of this line, this reveal. But it looks 10 times better. I also scratched the metal here, bringing it in, so all of those sins are hidden and is looking much better. Now that I got it in place, I have to make sure and check its level again and then screw those back in. So in the next scene, I'm going to be screwing this in place and getting this permanently installed. So the cabinet is about 90% done. I'm not gonna be able to install the access door for the valves. That means cutting it and installing it because I don't know where is the access door. From moving everything around in and out, I must have misplaced it and I don't know where it went. So I have to look for it. I also want to paint it and there's a couple of other things that I want to paint, like spray paint. So I'm gonna put that all in one video. Spray painting a couple of things and installing that access door. But other than that, this cabinet is ready. I put some tools in it so you guys could get a better understanding on what's going on. And you see a little bit right here. You see a little bit of the tools that I have. So let me show you. So
here we are. So I wanted to save this top cabinet for things that I'm working on. So if I want to put a laptop here and I could edit here, or have like music playing, I'll have like an iPad here, something along those lines, or tools that I'm commonly using. In the drawer, I already filled in with like my grinder, which I don't have a place to put it, screws that I'm going to be using to mount all the cabinets that are coming, my safety equipment, and blades. I'm going to use this as consumables and things that I constantly use. And my goal is to also, because I have so many batteries here, my goal is to go to Etsy and buy some M12 and M18 pegboard battery holders. And I'm gonna put that there. Try to say that quick. And like I said, all the important tools are up there. My goal was just to push everything in there as much as I possibly can and keep as minimal as possible down here. But it looks like what's going to be down here is going to be things that are cord, like the mixing drill, my portaband, things like that. So I have to buy one of these and put that in place, and that I'll do off camera. But for sure on camera, I'm going to be cutting that hole. We're going to save that for a later video. I have to find out where I left that. I don't know where it is. But on the next video, what we're going to be doing is I bought the cabinets that go here and here, which is the cabinet just like this one, but we're going to be putting two on this side. And since I'm going to have cabinets on top and a bench on the bottom, I don't want this light to be blocked, this light to be blocked. So what I'm going to be doing is we're going to be putting under cabinet lights. And I'm going to be doing it different from when I did it before in my kitchen, and I'll leave a link to that video in this top right corner. And we're going to be using the power pack and a motion sensor. I think we're going to be using this one and not this motion sensor. So we're going to be using a driver that uses these two wires, because that's what you need for a dimmable power pack. And yeah, that's what we're going to be doing on the next video. It's going to be interesting. I've never used this before, and since my video of under cabinet lighting is pretty popular, I thought that I'll show you another way of wiring those lights, because with this you don't need a switch at all. So it's going to be interesting. Hope you guys stay tuned for that. If you learned something new, you could show me by giving me a like. If you have any comments or questions, leave it in the comments down below. And if you want to see the rest of this basement get done, consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks.